Hey everyone, it's April here, and today I wanted to go over your Facebook ecosystem. Some of you might be like, what's going on with that? And why would we need like an ecosystem within Facebook? Well, Facebook has changed a lot since the iOS update, and sometimes it gets to be more of a pain to track once somebody gets off of your ad. So what I mean by that is we used to be able to track really, really well when somebody used to get off of the ad. So they clicked on it to go to maybe your opt-in to fill in the opt-in and to get that lead magnet. And we would know if they landed on the opt-in page, and then we would know if they landed on the thank you page. And if they didn't land on the thank you page, then we know we needed to retarget them possibly. And we could track all of that. And sometimes we still can track a lot of that, but it's not the same in we used to be able to create a lot of audiences based off of that. So maybe we've created a new product and it's really related to our old product, or they're really linked and they would work well together. And we know those people that bought that one could possibly be interested in that. And so we could go in and create an audience based off the page they used to land on, and then and target it that way. There are other ways to go around that now, but it used to be a lot simpler. So when I'm thinking of Facebook ecosystem, I'm thinking about how do we create a very large audience base on Facebook itself. There's even rumors that, maybe the pixel on Facebook will not be tracking in the next year or two, with even on websites, even on your desktop. Of course, we know that they don't really track when they go onto your mobile devices for Apple. So but it could be getting more complicated than that. So now we need to make sure that we have a really large audience on Facebook, and we need to be making sure that we're creating it in all the ways that we can. And I wanted to kind of go over what different types of audiences you can have inside of Facebook. So if we go to create, and I'm just creating a new campaign, it doesn't really matter. All right. And then we're going to go to audiences again. And then we're creating a new audience. And again, you can create this in the audience tab too. I'm just already in this page, so I'm creating them over here. I tend to actually make these in the audience tab because I make a lot of them and I want to see them all. And I don't want them all added into the one ad set. But we're going to go ahead and do it here just to show that you can do it in different places. All right. And then I'm going to select my page. I have too many pages here. Excuse me. So we have, if you drop down here, you will see the different ways that Facebook can create lots of different audiences. So let's go over a couple of these, or all of them. So people who currently like or follow your page, so at the top. So that's pretty self-explanatory. It's everybody. You can even see that it'll drop down here. So anybody that's liked your page at all, that are following your page, because I know some pages you actually follow instead of like. So you'll see here, I have on my personal, like my old blog page that I used to do, I only have 83 people. Now that is extremely low, but it's there. And that wouldn't really be the best audience to target, but it's just an example here. So I would create that one. And I would create how I usually would create this. I would say the Facebook name, and then I would say like and follow. So then I would say what type of audience that is. All right, and then I want to create, so we're gonna go back, and then we're going back to Facebook page, and then we're going to do the second one, everyone who engaged with your page. So even if they're not liking your page, but they've liked maybe a post, maybe they've commented on one of your posts, maybe they've shared one, did any types of things, like they either clicked on links or did like the carousel swipes. So maybe you had a lot of images and yet they had to swipe through it. That is a way that they have engaged with yours. So, and this is where you can kind of change the retention. And this is where you can get even more complicated. So maybe you say, they have you have the full year, but exclude the past 180-day people. So you want people that have liked this in the past, so that maybe that you're really waking them up, or trying to get in front of their face again, and they haven't really seen any of your new stuff. So that might be an option. So you would exclude the most recent, so 180-day people. Maybe you have something new and you have an interest for them. That is just an idea with this: include more people or exclude more people. So here I'm just going to Ava Hardiman, and I am going to say engaged, Facebook, and then I would say 365 days. So you can change this, and you can also test this out. The past 90 to 180 days, those are going to be the people that are probably a lot more going to engage with your information, and that are more likely, that are maybe more interested in it because they've been interested in it recently. So that's something to think about. And like I just point out that other idea of, if you want those people that have liked it in the past to kind of see you again, you can do it that way. So there's some ideas like that. And I won't create all the rest of them, but I'm just trying to show you ideas. So I would create all of these essentially, especially even if you have a smaller Facebook page, you're going to want to grow these audiences, and these are the different ways that you can. So then you have anyone who visited the page, so they don't have to like it, and they don't have to, it doesn't really depend on what action they've taken, but it's just somebody might have just landed on the page and they looked at the page. That's just like if somebody had a pixel on your website in a way. They just jumped on the page just because. That is kind of what that is about. And then the next one, people who engage with any post or ad. So this one's really great because if you're trying to get where they've engaged with one of your ads, then this is where you would use this option. And then people who have clicked on any call to action button. So that's like the call to contact us or shop now, or because that's even that button on your page. That's like at that top right corner. Let me see if I can show it. Oh, I don't have one on I might make it have, because I haven't really messed with this one in a while. Might have it on this page. It might be the book now. It's just because I'm in a admin view instead of a person, like somebody that landed on my page view. So yeah, it's a book now button, and you can change these buttons. So that's kind of what that audience is talking about. And then you'll have people who sent a message to your page. So any messages that you have received to your page, those people can now be targeted in a different audience. So maybe you run a message campaign, and these would be people that would be high likely to respond to those types of ads because they do message your page. People who have saved your page or any post. So I don't know if you do this at all, but a lot of times I'll see some really great posts, maybe some recipe posts, or maybe a post that has a really cool poem in it or such, or something that I really want to hold on to. Then you can save a post. So let's see, one of my organic posts. I haven't really organically posted on this one. Okay, so here you drop down. And, oh, maybe because it's my page, I won't be able to save it. Let's just go to somebody's post. So maybe I liked all the information she's sharing here, and I want to be able to look back at this. I would click save post, and then Facebook, then she could come back and target me because I have saved some of her posts and I have been interested in it. So that's kind of that's where this comes from. You can even save the page itself. But this one's a little different because it's a following one, but you can save pages and such. So that's kind of where that's coming from. And then on top of all of this, so now we're in these audiences. Let's create a different type of audience, create new, and then video. And this means the videos that are within your Facebook page. So I don't know why nothing popped up, or it's taking its time. So essentially what I'm trying to do here is create an audience based off who's visited or who's watched your videos. So I love this type of audience because you can run video ads, and we can talk about those in a later video. You can run video ads. So essentially you just want people to watch that video. People that are highly likely to watch that video, and then you just get a lot of people to watch that video. And then you can come back and retarget those people that watch that video and make them or have them or ask them to take an action, like whether or not to sign up for the opt-in or such. So there's a couple different strategies behind that one, but just to show you how I'm talking about this Facebook ecosystem. So those audiences that have watched your video, those are really valuable audiences, and really easy to get. And they're usually a lot cheaper to get to when you do run those video ads. So now we're going to go in and say, I want to know who has watched this video. A lot of times I do use this one. It really depends on what you're mostly interested in. If you're really wanting somebody to be like really hot and really into what you're saying, then yeah, you can come down here and you can do this multiple times. You can create lots of different audiences. That's why you want to make sure that you are really detailed in your naming sequence and staying consistent with your type of naming sequence. So then I'd come in here, I would choose a page. I don't know if I have a video. No. Sorry. I don't know if I have. I might have one on here. Sorry, y'all. All right. Yes, I have some videos. So these are videos I have on there. And then I would go in here and I would confirm. And then I would say, because I want them to know, I want to know, they either completed it or they viewed at least 15 seconds of your video. So that, and Facebook calls that through play. And this is one I typically do use. So I would say, this was a horsemanship. I was reviewing something. So I'm just going to say video because I'll know. So I'll say completed or 15, or I could say through play because I'll know what that means too. And in the past, anyone that's watched it in the past 365 days. So you can even change that retention. And that's why, like I'm saying, you really want this to be detailed. All right. And then I would create that audience. So that would be a Facebook audience, because that is somebody that has been on the page, that has watched my video, and everyone stayed on that Facebook platform. They have not left the platform and gone to a website or a link or done something outside of Facebook, done some type of action outside of Facebook. This is all within the platform. And this is what's making Facebook really happy right now. So of course we want to be able to track, and there are ways you can track once they've gotten off the platform. You have like what they call web aggregated events and such, and I will go into that in a later video. But this is right now, I think it's my personal opinion that it's important to grow these audiences so that you can come back and use these audiences for different types of campaigns. I think you should always be kind of running an engagement ad or an opt-in or lead magnet ad, or even like if you're running a video ad, something even just to grow these types of audiences, and just like a little small daily budget can be definitely very beneficial. And then when it's time to run the ads for that actual program that you have, that audience has already been created, and you've put in all the hard work in the beginning. So there's definitely a lot of benefits to growing these audiences. And of course, if you have any questions or want me to make another video on something like this, let me know. And at the end of this video, you will see other options to watch other Facebook ad videos or anything related to Facebook and your Facebook pages and something to do with your business on Facebook. All right. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.